Okay, I will call this meeting to order for December 20th, 2021, our last meeting of the year. Welcome, everyone. Are there any additions or deletions to the agenda? Okay, can I please have someone make a motion to adopt the agenda?
I'd like to make that motion, Mayor Barkley.
Okay, thank you, Councillor Maceras. All in favor? Okay, so pretty slim agenda today, but it's okay. So the only thing on our public agenda item today is a notice of motion I'm bringing forward for the next regular council meeting. So as per our procedural bylaw, it states that we should notify council when we have a motion that we want to bring forward. So this is around, of course, the government of Alberta guidelines around COVID. And of course, we've had a delegation come on 3 occasions, one to previous council and 2 this time, asking us to, I guess, kind of look at lifting those restrictions or advocating to the government to lift those restrictions. And so I'll just read this out and we can have some discussion. So whereas with the continuing concerns with the presence of COVID-19, including another emerging variant, Town Council and Town of Innisfail must continue to demonstrate a high level of leadership in keeping our community and staff safe. And whereas according to evidence, the emergent variant seems to be highly contagious and the Central Alberta Health Region is still struggling with capacity issues and long wait lists for surgeries. Whereas Town Council should ensure the Town of Innisfail will continue to follow the Government of Alberta ministerial orders that are in place as to how our municipal facilities can continue to stay open and operate during COVID-19. And then the motion at the next council meeting, regular council meeting, will be therefore be it resolved that the Town of Innisfail continue to comply with the Government of Alberta COVID-19 health orders and that council not ask the Government of Alberta to lift facility restrictions. So of course, we met with Minister or MLA, I should say, Dreeshen last week and had some discussions around this. And I think with the news coming out of parts of the country right now with what's going on, that it would be wise, why I felt this should come forward is I think it would be wise for council to formalize our stance on this one way or the other, however people wish to vote on this. So does anybody have any concerns, or the motion isn't really debatable? It's going to be on the agenda regardless, but any comments? No? Okay. Councillor Bates.
You know me, I'll make a comment.
Thank you.
I reflect on it, and for just under 2 years now, I guess I felt the government has the expertise and authority, and to that end, I'm certainly going to support the motion.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, that's all. Do I need anything else, Director Kennedy, for this, or?
No, that's it.
Okay.
I will go take it on to the next meeting.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Then next up, I think Director Kennedy has somebody he would like to introduce to us.
Yes, thanks, Mayor Barkley. So yeah, in attendance, we have Curtis Hoffman. He is our new engineering coordinator. So he will be starting January 4th. Curtis is, I think a lot of you might know, but for those of you who don't, Curtis is a resident of Innisfail for a number of years now. Over the past couple of years, he has been doing the engineering consulting on behalf of Alterra Engineering. And yeah, we've been lucky to get him on board to assist moving forward.
Well, welcome, Mr. Hoffman. Just so you know, your first task, even though you're not employed yet, after the council meeting today, we're getting together to have a little sing-along with Tom Lindell and give a community Christmas message. So please stay. Oh, it's okay. Won't be any worse than the rest of us. Anyway, welcome, Curtis. It's great to have you on board, and yeah, for sure. Okay, anything else? No, Director Vickers, Ken, Kara. Okay, so I will have a motion then, please, that we move in camera.
Round table.
Oh, sorry, round table. Yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, Councillor Maceras.
Thank you, Mayor Barkley. I was hoping we could go in camera first. That's okay. It was a little bit of a quiet week yesterday, regular council meeting. Our meeting with Emily Dreeshen. It was nice to meet him and hear what he had to say about some of our questions and concerns. And then I was lucky enough to deliver Santa pizza on Friday and see where the operations center is. And that was pretty cool. And I'm looking forward to our little concert after this meeting. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Dunham.
Thank you, Mayor Barkley. Last week was very, very quiet for me here, not so much at work, but yes, last Monday, regular council meeting, and then that was it for me last week. So thank you.
Councillor Wing.
Well, while the rest of you were relaxing. Actually, an interesting time with the Innisfail and District Chamber of Commerce. So the chamber has begun working on their new or rolling strategic plan. So the next phases of their strategic plan. We had a session scheduled last week with the Alberta Chambers, who's actually going to facilitate this, but due to the weather, the facilitator was not able to come down from Edmonton. However, the board spent several hours together just discussing priorities for the coming months. So there's pretty much a balance between former board members and new board members. And so lots of perspective and lots of interesting conversation to happen there. So I'm enjoying that. That facilitated session has been rescheduled to January the 13th. Still with the chamber, Mayor Barkley, CAO, and myself met with the new chamber president, Blaine Staples. Blaine is Jungle Farm out in the county. He was elected as chamber president in September at their AGM. So just to discuss the relationship between the town and the chamber and opportunities relative to what's going on in town with growth and economic development. They had a Christmas lunch last Thursday. Hopefully they'll be able to expand. Hopefully we will be able to expand that event next year to be more inclusive of chamber members. It wasn't well attended, but with restrictions and everything, I think people are still a little uncertain. I attended the Innisfail Public Library meeting. New executive was elected. So Tracy Walker Kinsella continues as the chair for the last year of her term. Tanya Morrison is the new vice chair. Diane McKay will continue as treasurer. And Janine Baird is continuing as secretary. So lots of familiar names there for folks. Joined a group of you with meeting with Devin Dreeshen, MLA Dreeshen, got to do Santa Pizza delivery. That was fun. And joining you tomorrow afternoon for emergency management training session. So yeah, it was a good week.
Right, great, thank you. Councillor Bates.
Always hard to follow. So really since the last meeting, light duty, I did go to Olds to the Trans-Canada Theatre and watch the full version of the Narnia that Joy School did. And it was amazing in that facility. Yeah, the meeting with Evan Dreeshen was extremely interesting. And front row of the gallery is my daughter-in-law, Sarah, from Singapore. And so I've picked her up on Saturday and it's been kind of busy and she hasn't figured out whether it's day or night. But we're going to go enjoy some treats at the Coffee Cottage tomorrow. Yeah, no, and with this meeting, I think she's the first family member that's sat in the gallery in 8 years. And with this meeting, she's going to assume we do nothing. So, that's all I have. Thank you.
Well, welcome, Sarah. And sorry you came when it was so cold, but doesn't look like it's getting much better either. Councillor Hystad.
Mayor Barkley, yeah, it was just a quick week, flew by. I do want to thank Kara and Erica, dropped off poinsettia and gifts for me because I wasn't well. I had surgery a week ago, and they actually took me to the hospital for my appointment. So it was nice of them. And I want to thank Councillor Wing, picked me up the one day, and I remember most of the week, but kind of in and out. And what I do remember from meeting Devin was I think we really wanted to have more of a presence from the government and helping us along with this, the message that the ministerial order that's coming from them. So I hope that they do deliver on that for us. And just want to wish everybody a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and thanks to our staff and welcome both of you to council. And Gavin, yeah, he does a few things. So Thanks so much.
Thank you. And Councillor Harrison.
Thank you, Your Worship, and also welcome Curtis and Sarah. I certainly hope you enjoy your time with Dad here over the next week or so. When it's -35, I'll give you a real appreciation of what Central Alberta can be like at Christmas. So yeah, very light week for myself also. I had a subdivision appeal board hearing on Friday. That was my first hearing, and it was quite interesting. You'll see the decisions coming out on that hearing, but also virtually I attended the CP train on Saturday night. It was really spectacular, being albeit not as good as what it would be like in person. But at least we got to see what the train was all about. I too wish everyone a very Merry Christmas, and I'm certain that 2022 is going to be better than what 2021 has been. So looking forward to it. A lot of great initiatives on the go here, and I can't wait to get back after holidays. So yeah, there you go.
All right. Thank you very much, Councillor Harrison. So like all of you, I was at the meeting with MLA Dreeshen. Councillor Wing said we met with the president of the chamber last week with CEO Becker. And then CEO Becker and I, we also met with Equus, with the board chair and the CEO last week as well. And as everyone else has reiterated, thank you very much to the staff for everything you've done for us. And we wish you a very Merry Christmas and all the best in the new year. And hopefully you can get some rest over the holiday time, and we won't be bothering you all the time for the next couple of weeks. So okay, anything else? Okay. I'd like a motion then to go in camera, please.
Mayor Barkley, I'll make that motion.
Okay, thank you, Councillor Dunham, all in favor? Tongue tied today. Merry Christmas, Curtis.